Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Monday, and the SHSAT is this Wednesday. How you guys doing today? Let's see how you guys are doing today. Yeah, the SHSAT is this Wednesday. You guys are taking it at your school, so it's like impossible to mess up. The timing gives anxiety. Yeah, that's true. Should you take a test or watch it? You should watch the stream, dude. You're taking it on Feb 10? Maybe I'll continue streaming, I don't know. You probably have to know your choice. I actually have no idea. What's up, Bro Stars? You get no information? Oh, I would ask somebody at your school. What's up, Shiny? Hey, Sonny. Wonder what we'll be doing today. Ooh, I got a treat for you guys today. So this is a old handbook. This is an old like a really old handbook. And it's actually, I will say, a very rare handbook. You guys are about to get an absolute treat because, you know, I've been tutoring SHSAT for a minute, and this one is not on the internet the same way that the others are. I mean, you can find it if you search specifically for it, but a lot of people don't do that. Yeah, Justin Wang, couldn't have said it better myself. Don't fret about the SHSAT, specialized high school or not, doesn't really matter. Yeah. It's a good opportunity, but if you're stressing, it's like, it's not even worth that. Yeah, it's good advice. Tyler Tutor, you are the best on, hold on a second, let me get this filler music up here real quick. Okay, let me finish catching up and then we'll jump into the practice test. Tyler Tutor, you are the best on helping every kid succeed in the test. God bless you, Tyler. We all appreciate all the wonderful things you do for us. I appreciate that. I can't really say your name, but oh, it's Oliver Luigi Power Up. I got you. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. I do. Okay. All right. I think I'm pretty much the bottom. This has been extremely helpful. Thanks, Ben. Yeah. Okay, cucumber, let's go. Okay, I'm ready to go. All right, we caught up. It'll start in 2 minutes. Oh, nice. We got an imposter in the chat, but you know, you gotta love it. So check this out, dudes. Check this out. Specialized High School Student Handbook 2011 to 12. Look at the artwork, bro. It's like, what is this, like Ukraine? In like the year 2000, like what is this? So we're gonna go into it. We're gonna cut into this math section because I know you guys have not seen this math section in a little bit. So I'm actually, I would venture to say you guys have never seen a math section. By the way, they used to have something called a scrambled paragraph in these. So very interesting, very interesting. It's very old. Yes, it's very old, but I mean, just look at these questions. I actually am a huge fan of these questions, but they're gone. They're gone. And then this section was actually really legit. Logical reasoning. Like you have like $5 are arranged according to size. The largest doll is first, the smallest last, and they like give you details about the others. Like this is good stuff. Yeah, like this was just like, can your brain handle abstract, you know, figuring things out, right? Which I think is great. It's like, even if you go to a nice school, you won't necessarily know how to do these code games. Trust me, dude. So I don't know why they switched the test. They switched it a couple years ago. It's not nearly as fun, but Whatever. What are we going to do about that? All right, so we are going to be doing math today, Saucy. It is true. Justin Wang, I hate scrambled paragraphs so much. Have you had to do them before, bro? But I loved logical reasoning. Yeah, I'm actually kind of on the same boat with that, bro. I must say. Logic stuff seems challenging but fun. Yeah, it was engaging. And like, I would tutor people who were like not necessarily in a very like, nice school or whatever, and they were good at logic games. Like, you don't need to go to school and learn about algebra to do it. You just need to think in your head, okay, if this person used the phone first and this person used the phone third, and then this person used the phone after this person, who used it, you know what I mean? Like that type of stuff. So I don't know why they got rid of that. I think that is the type of thing that should be being tested, but they weren't getting the results they wanted. So what can I say? Okay. What's the best last minute, this last question, we'll go into it. What's the best last minute tip you can give for math? I would say check your work. Like, don't give away points, basically, would be my advice. Okay. All right, so let's cut into this test. Let me get rid of this so you guys can focus. Okay. All right, so let's go into the first question. Here it is. I know it's a little blurry. Is that blurry for you guys? It's kind of blurry for me, but let's go into it. 51, let's go. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people with A in the chat. That's correct. Yeah, that is the answer here. So really, it's just understanding what this question is asking. It says that the intervals are equally spaced. And how many intervals are there between 0 and 1? How many steps do we make? Well, this is an interval, that's an interval 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can count the spaces, there's 6 spaces, or you can count the lines starting at 0, count the steps, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means that each one of these is a sixth. That's 1/6 of this, and then 1/6, 2/6, and then 3/6. So that's what's up. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. kind of interestingly worded, but you guys didn't really get caught up by it, but that's probably a good thing, honestly. Okay, on to the next. On to the next. Ooh, good question. Good question. These are actually really good questions. I think we're gonna have fun today. All right, let's do it. It's 52. Let's go. Okay, seeing a lot of J's in the chat, actually almost exclusively J's. So yeah, that's a good question. Is this similar to the 2021 handbook? No, I mean, these questions are fair game for your test, but you know, these are older, so maybe they're not going to be as frequent on your new test. Okay, so for this one, let's actually go to the desk and let's look to see how we do it. Just in case anybody's confused, these problems, I think, are pretty fundamental of SHSAT, so I want to show you guys what's up. By the way, my dog destroyed, absolutely obliterated. So, okay. So Garcia, or Ms. Garcia, determines math grades on a basis of 5 tests, each worth 100 points. An average of at least 80 points is needed for B. Wow, this is groundbreaking material. On the 4 tests, Hillary scored 91, 72, 69, and 83. What is the score she can get on the final test? Now, you could just plug in these answer choices, but notice that there's 5 instead of 4, which is actually pretty cool. It's harder to guess, right? So we know that average is the sum of the terms over the number of terms. Please don't die on me, Pen. You're my only one. All right, we might have to go green here. So for the 4 tests she has so far, she wants an 80% average, right? And she's taken 4 tests, so 91. But we want the average to be for 5 tests. And so to figure out what the 5th test is, this is it. If you guys could get this equation, you answer the problem. So we will have to do a little addition here just to figure out what they add up to. Notice that it's not like easy peasy clean numbers as well. That's something that the old SAT or SHSAT used to do a lot more. 232. Did I do all that right? I was like talking and I want to make sure I messed up. Okay, cool. $315. Okay. So we know that 80 is going to equal 315 plus x over 5. To solve this, we're going to multiply both sides by 5. Subtract. Yeah, chat's right. The chat's right. Is this harder or easier? I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. To me, this is the same, Bob. Okay, so I do want to do this next question as well, and then we'll probably skip around the test a little bit more freely, but I do want to do this, this next question. So 53. Let's go. Okay, so I am seeing a lot of A's on this one, but I did see a C scroll by and I did see a B scroll by. So let's see how those answers potentially could have came to be. 3 chains, each 14 feet in length, are linked end to end. So that's going to be 14 feet in length times 3. That's a 12. That's a 3 and a 4. So we're at 42 feet so far. 2 longer chains, they're equal length, added to make a total of 100 feet. So how do we get to 100 feet from 42? We do our subtraction to see how much is left. That's going to be a 9, 1, 8. 58 is left. And so that means that the 2 longer chains have to both add up to 58. And since they're equal in length, $29. That's the answer. Cool. Yeah, I guess that, you know what, to be honest, I said that was an interesting problem, and I didn't read the whole problem. That was actually pretty easy, so I shouldn't have hyped it up. I really shouldn't have hyped it up. It wasn't that great actually, but whatever. Let's keep going. Let's go to the next one. Yeah. Let's see. Do any of these catch your attention? What do you guys think? Any of these catch your attention? I see one for 55, 55, 54. I'm seeing a bunch of 55s coming in, so let us, Burger King foot, let us do this. All right, guys, let's go. Okay, it looks like B is filling up the chat. So let's go into this and let's talk about how to do it. So if you are confused, I will dispel the confusion. All this is pretty much a one-step algebra problem to lead us to a kind of a simple algebra problem. So let me rewrite it really quick. Are you guys excited for the test, by the way? I would be. That's like so much fun. Like, how often do you get to do fun stuff like that? Take a test that's like, could potentially get you into high school. All right, cool. So the first thing I did is multiply, and probably you guys too, is multiply both sides by this 43 plus n. So this cancel out here. So what we get. Okay. Now I'm going to multiply both sides by 3, and yeah, I could have cross multiplied. Okay, I could have cross multiplied. I could have done it, but I didn't do it. So here we are. Distribute, guys. Distribute. I just don't like the way the green pen looks. Maybe that's just me, but I can't get over it. I don't like the way it looks. All right. Subtracting 21 from each side, goodbye. Subtracting an n from each side, goodbye. So what we get is 2n equals 22, dividing both sides by 2. So I guess that wasn't too crazy. I was like, wait a minute, did I get it wrong? No, this is right. That's what the chat said. So I guess that wasn't too crazy, but you guys did ask to do it. So yeah, it looks good. Green look crispy. Does it? Does it look crispy? I'm excited to teach you, yes. I'm scared for the test. At least I'll be excited when I can finally stop studying and my parents will stop yelling at me. Nice, yeah, exactly. It'll be in your review mirror. So just give it your all, and then really you don't have to think about it anymore. Just make sure you give it your all. All right, what else on this page you guys want to look at? Any of these guys? Can't you just plug in the answers? Yeah, you can finesse it. Okay, can we do the whole page? Maybe. I'm not seeing a lot of, I mean, people are saying 60, but I'm not seeing a lot of agreement here. I'm not seeing a lot of agreement, but I am seeing 54. So let's do 54 together. Let's go. Okay, answers are coming in. Interesting. Okay, I'm seeing some interesting answers for this one. I actually can't send you a link for this because the link I have, I don't really trust for this. So just look it up. It's the 2011, 2012, I think, SHSAT Student Handbook. You could find it. Okay, so for this one, this is scientific notation. If you're unfamiliar with scientific notation, well, buckle up, I suppose. So what it is saying how many places the decimal needs to go. If it's positive, to the right, this is for really big numbers, or if it's negative, to the left for really, really small numbers. So let's do the 5.2 one first. And that's going to go 9 places to the right. So we're going to go 1 place and then 8 more places, which means we need 8 more zeros. I could draw this out. So it's like 1 place, 2 place, 3 place, 4 place, 5 place, 6 place, 7 place, 8th place, 9th place, right? That's 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's the decimal place moving. Oh, you can't even see the whole number. It's so big. That's the decimal place moving for each number. And this is 10 to the 9th, you know. So we're going to times it by 10, 9 times, basically. And that's why we get all these zeros, right? If you times 5.2 times 10 once, you're going to get 52. Then you're going to get 520. Then you're going to get, you know, you see what I'm saying. If you don't know what scientific notation is, watch my videos, bro. Okay, we got to zoom out because this is big. The next one we're going to do as well. It's going to be 1.3, but we're going to add, since it's to the 7th, we're going to add 6 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here are our 2 numbers in their entirety, and then we just need to subtract. So obviously this guy's the bigger one, so we're going to put it on top of the subtraction equation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And see, I'm very careful about lining up my zeros properly, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 3, 1. Great, so now you can see the subtraction is in play here. We're gonna get a bunch of zeros all up through this point, actually. So that makes things a little bit easier. And then we could just do the straight subtraction. What is 5,200 minus 13? 9, 1, 7, 8, 1, 5. So that's our answer. Oh, it's how many times older? I thought it was subtraction. I read the problem wrong, bruh. Sorry, divide, not multiply. Okay, all right. So we are back here. We're back here. It's not that big of a deal, actually, because we still know that these are kind of the numbers here, right? Because all the zeros are whatever. We don't really need to take them into account. So we're going to be doing some division here. This probably goes in 3, 4, probably 4 times, actually. 12, 4, 52, 0, 0. Great. Cool. So 4 is the answer there, 400 rather. And so what is 400 in scientific notation? Well, if we have 400 and we find where the decimal place is, it moves over 1, 2 places. So this is going to be 4 times 10 to the second, which is k. That's it. That's how this problem goes down. Hope you guys are cool with the division process. I know I set it up like a subtraction problem, but if this was a subtraction problem, I would have absolutely crushed it, but I can also crush it if it's a division problem. Let's keep going. What's next? Where are we going to go next? A lot of people were kind of saying 60 was on their mind, so let's do 60. Let's go. Okay, the chat is filling up with G. For this problem, you can do algebra, which we're going to do right now just to make sure the chat's right. You also could just guess and plug them in. Like, don't be above that type of behavior. Like, that's just finessing, bro. Like, if you can use the answer choices against the test, you get a right answer, just like the person who can do algebra or do the problem, quote, quote, properly, right? So let's cut. And guys, can the chat tell me why m cannot equal -2? Why would they include that? Multiplying by our denominator. Get a cancel, real nice. Distribute, don't forget. Minus 4m, minus 4m. Plus 3, plus 3. So that's it. That's it. I wonder if you don't distribute, if you get one of these answer choices. That would actually be interesting to me. But how would they do that? They would distribute probably to the 2, so it would be like, don't do this. This is wrong, but I just am interested. Nope. Because it has to be positive. Yeah, that's it. You'd be dividing by 0. You cannot divide by 0. So that's it. All right, cool. So yeah, you guys got it. This is 11. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. Ooh. 59. If you know, you know. Okay, great. It looks like the chat knows. So for this problem, this is a permutation because the order on the bench matters. There are 4 spots on the bench. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many people could sit potentially on the far left? This many. Now he's got his seat, so now there's 3 to pick from, 2 to pick from, 1 to pick from. Bang, bang. This here is 12 times 2, 24. We're home. That's it. Easy peasy. Oh, I'm worried. My mouse is giving me the loading wheel. Okay, we're good now. So what was the other one that you guys said you wanted to do on this page? Was it 58 you guys said, or 61? Which one was it? $58, $56. All right. People are saying 56. I'm seeing that a couple times now. Is that the same person spamming? No, it's not. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's do 56 because this shouldn't take us too long. Let's go. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing my spam filter fill up, but I'm seeing a lot of different answers too. So let's get into this one and let's talk about factor trees. I moved my window. Hold up. All right. So let's talk about factor trees. Factor trees are just a way that you can figure out what times what times what times what equals the number. That's it. That's all it is. So we're just going to be doing a lot of division. That's it, guys. 1200. The first break is going to be 12 times 100. That's going to be 10 and 10, and 10 is a 2, a 5, a 2, and a 5. And when they mean prime factorization is when we hit these prime numbers, 2 is the only even prime number, we stop. That's all that means. And so for 12, we have 6 and 4. So we could say 1200 is 5 times 2 times 5 times 2 times 4 times 6, but we want the prime factorization, so we actually have to go here. There are all of our primes. And so how many 2's do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be 2 to the 5th. How many 3's do we have? Just the 1. How many 5's do we have? 1, 2. That's it. Oh wait, did I count wrong? That doesn't look right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why didn't I get the answer that I need? Where did I go wrong, bros? There's 4? No, you cannot convince me there's 4 2's. Oh, duh. Okay, there are 4 2's. So it'll be 2 to the 4th times 3 times 5 squared. All right, we cool. I really do have a sixth sense. I like know when a problem there's like a mistake in it. But good job, chat. Sometimes I purposefully get answers wrong like that to see if the chat's paying attention. So good job, everybody. Let's go on to the next one that you guys were asking me about, which is this 58 question. I'm going to give you guys a little bit to cut into it, and I'm going to go fill up my water bottle. So BRB. Okay, so a lot of different answers. I'm seeing some J's. I'm seeing some H's. I'm seeing some horsies. I did see I thought I saw a G, but maybe not. So too easy, please skip. Please, sir, please skip. Laura, what are you doing? You're riding your bike at 15 miles an hour for 2 hours. So 15 miles an hour for 2 hours. So after you could just add them, or you can do the multiplication, right? So she went 30 miles, and then at 12 miles per hour for an hour. So 12 miles per hour. Okay. What was her average speed for the entire ride? Well, she went 42 miles. And how many hours did it take her? So I'm actually going to write that over here. And how many hours did that take her? 2 hours and then 1 hour. Guys, remember, the word per means divide. So when I say 42 miles per hour, we're going to be, when I just say miles per hour, we're going to put the miles over the hours. So 3 hours. That's our miles per hour. A little bit of division there. $14. And that is right. Or at least it feels right. Let me double check my work. After that, I'm like, yeah, that's good. Okay, cool. So that's the answer for this one. Nothing crazy, guys. Miles per hour. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to the next page. We're done with this page. Goodbye. Which one? Which one were you guys looking at? Which one should we do? Tyler, you're the best. Yeah, thanks, Moda. Tyler, how do you check for answers efficiently? Well, I have a lot of experience, honestly. But the big thing is to look at the problem backwards. Like, don't just go through it again in your head. Like, try to look at it in a different way, if at all possible. Okay, 63s, 64s, 63, 64s. I'm seeing a lot of 63s and 64s here. Okay, let's do 63. Let's do it. Let's do 63. Let's go. Okay, we're getting some answers in. I'm seeing a lot of C's. I'm seeing what is this question in caps. Very, very interesting question. Isn't this a good question? At least I think it's an exceptional one. Exactly 75% of the students, and exactly 1/6. So this isn't about 75%, it's exactly. So let's quickly look, just kind of talk about this one, and then we'll move on. So 75% represented as a fraction is 3/4. get a little bit of zoom in. That's a sad looking 3. So that's 75%. And then we know that 1/6 quite obviously is 1/6, and those are exact. So we know that the number of people in her class can be divisible by 4, or at least reduced to a denominator of 4, and can be reduced to a denominator of 6. So between 30 and 41, which of those numbers can be divided by 4 and divided by 6? I'm not going to go through them all, but shocker, it's 36. The answer is C. So really, this question was just a division question. Can you do division? Can you see what a reduced fraction is, right? But very sneaky. What a sneaky question. We like that. We like that a lot. We like sneaky questions. Let's do 64 because you guys were asking about it. Let's go. Okay, I think you guys got this one pretty quickly. It's one of those where if you know, you know, and if you don't, you're going to be scratching your head forever, probably. We need to figure out what one of these angles is, and since they're opposite of each other, the angles X and the angle Y are going to equal each other because they're opposite of each other. That's a concept you should probably strap into your head. These two angles form a half circle because they're on the same line. They could be the middle of a half circle, right? And that is going to be 180 degrees since a circle is 360 degrees. So we can do that 180 degrees and see how much is left for Y to be. And I really, really, really hope you guys are practicing simple stuff like this, doing your subtraction, borrowing, doing your multiplication, doing your division properly, because you would not believe how many points are given away by really smart people because they just mess up right in here, right? So don't underestimate every single step. Yeah, you know the concept, you know this bigger concept, you're able to knock it out, but be very careful. Also be careful with answer choices because I don't know if you noticed this, they have 127 just waiting for you. But it's not 127, that's just what Y equals. So we actually have to multiply it by 2. 254, and that is the answer. So every single step counts. Every single step counts. And you know, if you mess up addition or subtraction, it's not because you're dumb. And if you're smart, you still will mess up. I don't care how smart you are. You will mess up occasionally. So just secure the bag. That's all I'm going to say. Don't give away points. You know, play to win. All right, what else on this page? Anything on the right side? Should we keep moving? Because 66, that's just multiplication. I mean, do you know how to do decimals? '67's interesting, but there's not a lot of math in it. And then 68 is just solving for X. I am seeing some people put 68 in the chat. So before we move off this page, let's do 68. Let's just talk about it very briefly. Because that's like something that gets talked about a lot, like X in terms of Y. What that actually means is what is X? What is X? And then in terms of Y. So our terms to define the letter X can have Y's in them. So 2X, 2Y minus 6 equals 14. And we want the value of just X. We want the value of just an X. So we're going to subtract 2Y and add a 6 to each side. 14 plus 6 is 20 minus 2Y. Now we're going to divide both sides by 2. And when you're doing algebra, if you multiply, if you divide, if you square root, or if you put something to an exponent, every term has to go through that process. Addition, subtraction, you can just do what I did here. Everything else has to be to the whole side. X equals 10 minus y. That's it. Crazy, right? Big F in the chat for that problem. Absolutely destroyed. Next. It's a good handbook, man. I'm vibing on this. Okay. What do you guys think about this page? Anything? And read the problem before you actually put the number in. Just because 75 has a number line, it doesn't necessarily mean it could be a good problem, but make sure you read it first. Also, if you're into reading, I would highly recommend to do the reading comprehensions of the new handbooks. That is a huge difference. The reading comprehension in the old handbooks is not the same, so don't use it. Okay, people are saying, I'm seeing 69. Seeing 69 quite a bit, maybe because it's a meme or maybe because it's in a word problem. So let's go into it. 69, let's go. Will these types of questions be on the 8th or 9th SHSAT? They really could be in both. Okay. Interesting. I guess there's only 25 horses, but interesting that they go from A to Y. I think this problem could have been a little bit more interesting, but who knows? Some people say these were harder handbooks. I think they were because you couldn't just rely on memorizing. Like if you're the type who just can memorize for the test and then repeat, this is like critical thinking. So I really like these questions. I think they should come back, but will they? I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. 25 horses, right? So picture this in your head. We have 25 horses. And if you go around and count them once, you will count 25. If you go around and count them twice, that'll also be 25. And so you'll have counted 50. And if you go around counting them 3 times, let me actually circle this. If you go around counting them 3 times, that's going to be 75. So here are your counts for each time you go around counting horses, 25, 50, 75. What is that? That's multiplication. So we need to find out how many times they go around counting. That's what we need to figure out. And we're going to figure that out using division. So 337. How many full times can you go around and count every single horse? That's going to be a 1. Guys, be so careful with your division or with your subtraction here. That's going to be 87. So that's going to be a 3. 75. Great. Cool. So that is going to be a remainder of 12. So we're going to go around 13 full times counting horses, and then we're going to have 12 horses to count in the end. That's it. 12 horses, or what would be the 12 horses? You can just count on your fingers. 1, 2, or A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. So that's the answer, D. We got a super chat. Let's check it out. Moda with a big super chat. I want to say thank you for helping me so much with the SHSAT. Regardless if I don't get a chance into STI or not, you helped me a lot in increasing my knowledge. So here is $50 as a small thank you. Well, thank you, Moda. Really appreciate it. The fact that you're here and studying means a lot about your character, who you are, and that's true about all of the viewers here. But I do appreciate the super chat. Big shout out to Moda. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate it, dude. Very based. Okay, so that's how that one goes down. The answer is L, because that's a carryover of 12. Yeah, that's what's up. Why don't you round it? Oh, like round it up to, I don't know what you mean by round it. Yeah. Okay, cool. What else on this page would you guys like to go over? Any of these down here? Okay, I'm seeing some 73s. I'm seeing 75s. I'm seeing a lot of 75s. So let's do 75. Let's do it up real quick here. 75, let's go. Okay, seeing B's in the chat, but I'm also seeing a lot of confusion with this one. So let's go into it and let's talk about how this one goes down. I have the diagram already whipped up. Wow, what a time to be alive. What a beautiful diagram. I have my ruler, it's just like, who's got time for that? On the number line above, guys, just fill it in. Fill in the number line. It just will make your life so much easier. A JK is 3.5. So speaking of filling in my number line after I tell you guys to do that. Okay, so JK is 3.5. So in this area here is 3.5. JM is 9 3/4. So 9 3/4 here. I should have used a different color. My regret is immeasurable. LM is 1 1/8. Okay, cool. So what is point L? You can see immediately how we're gonna get there. We're gonna go from K, figure out J. We're gonna figure out J and then add 9 3/4 to figure out what M is, and then we're going to subtract 1 1/8, and we're going to get to L. That is our road path here. The only thing that can get in our way is if we are not careful. We have to be very careful because we are going to be getting into negative territory here. So to figure out, this is going to be on the other side of 0. So I'm just going to do 3.5 minus 3/8. So real quick, 3.5, the one I'm going to use is 3 4/8, because then I can subtract this 3/8 and then get our absolute value of the answer. I am going to switch that up too. That's going to be 24/28. So our answer for point J is going to be -25/8. And that is our point J right there. So now we're going to add 9 3/4 to that. This is going to get big. And I'm going to change the 9 3/4. Instead of saying 9 3/4, I'm going to say that's going to be 9 6/8. Multiply 9 times 8, that's 72, plus 6, 78 eighths. Okay, so this is negative. So we could subtract, we could do -25/8 plus 78, but we're just going to do the subtraction here. 78 minus 25, just to make sure we're good. 53. So it's going to be 53/8, and that is our point M. Now we're going to subtract 1 1/8. This is getting crazy. So 53/8, and 1 1/8 is like saying 9/8. So what we get here is 44/8. And all of our answer choices probably can be reduced. So we're going to reduce this guy and divide it by 4. And so what we're going to get is 11/2. So breaking this down, this would be 5 1/2. That would be the answer. The answer is B. So this problem, yeah, once you knew what you had to do, was a little bit difficult, but look how many steps there could have been. Absolute catastrophe. Like totally, if you're not careful with your subtraction, you can sink in endless amounts of time into this. So I highly recommend that you are very careful and don't make any serious mistakes on this test. That would be tragedy. All right, and I call them silly mistakes. I don't call them silly mistakes. I call them serious mistakes, because if they, like, if a mechanic, fixes your car, but your car doesn't run, that's a pretty serious problem. And if you do a problem, but your problem's wrong, then that's a serious problem. It doesn't matter why you got it wrong. So, if you think 1 + 6 is 8, that's a pretty serious problem. So just make sure you catch it, just like when I was doing my factor tree. Just be heads up about it. What on this page is interesting to you? Tyler, in your opinion, out of all of your videos, which is the most helpful video that you posted? Definitely my most recent speed run. That is like a work of art. Like, if you have not seen my most recent speed run, highly recommend to check it out. Highly recommend. All right, so which ones do you guys want to do on this page? Seen 78 pop up a couple times. 70. So I'm seeing a lot of 78s. All right, let's go into it. All right, guys, what's the answer? Test tickets are out. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of people saying F on this one. So let's check it out and let's see how this one goes down. Let's see. Actually, really quickly, I'm getting some buzz here. It's supposed to be positive. I actually don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's right. Forget who said that, but we can go back and check it just in case. It is. It could be possible. It could be possible. All right, so let's go into this. These are similar triangles. They're similar. No. No. Where did it go? Dude, my test. Hold on. I have to. Bro. Okay. All right. Now it's like horrible. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Technical difficulties here. You have to understand. Okay, that looks great. Okay, we're getting back. We're getting back here. Okay. No. Hold on. It's like my OCD is like really kicking in. Okay. I don't actually have OCD. Okay. But let's go into this question. Let's talk about it. Or at least how to do it. I might need a new paper. Nah. We good. Okay. So I'm just gonna crudely draw this. I'm gonna actually go all the way. It's kind of even hard to tell which one is on the diagram and which one's on my page, but this is the one we're going to be working on. This is 0.8, this is 1, and this is 4, and this is x. So just immediately we note that since both these triangles are right triangles and they share a point, this point right here, we know that the triangles are similar. We know that they're similar. And that means that they can be scaled up or they can be scaled down. In instance, this is scaled up. So what times 0.8 equals 1? That's what we have to ask ourselves. What times 0.8 equals 1? And in order to figure that out, am I even speaking English? In order to figure that out, we need to divide by 0.8. So 1 divided by 0.8. I move this over. I move this decimal place over, so it's right here. How many times does 8 go into 1? 1 time. 8, 2, 0, because we bring the 0 down, that's twice. 16, 4D, 5. So 1.25. If you multiply all the sides of the smaller triangle by 1.25, we will end up with the size of a bigger triangle. So now we need to do 1.25 times 4. Right? Okay, cool. So that's 10, 8, 9. Hold on a second. Bruh. Okay. Pretty good. Doing pretty good here. Oh no! All right, we're just redoing this. I tried to save it, but sometimes you can't save them. Times 4. All right, so that's a 20. That's a 4. That's a 10. Okay, we're in the clear now. So that's 5. Notice. They're waiting for you, bro. They're absolutely waiting for you. And if you put K, that means you did everything right until the very end. So this bigger triangle's side, the whole side, is 5. And so 4 plus what is 5? X equals 1. And that's our answer. So don't be tricked. Don't be fooled. They're going to be waiting for you. They used to be a little bit more ruthless about answer choices like that, but not anymore. Not anymore. So we'll see. Okay, we're doing this. I don't care. I don't care if you guys wanted to do this one or not. We're doing this. A little bit of little throwback problem. Number 80. What's the answer? Let's go. You could do that too, Eureka. And Moontinge, you can find the ratio too. That's correct. There's a lot of ways to do this. Okay, answers are coming in. I'm seeing some G's. I'm seeing a K, a couple K's actually, a J, an F in here. I'm seeing a bunch of different things. Interesting, interesting. We're gonna go over this one, obviously. I wonder who's right. At the end of the day, all right. Hold up. I just gotta sneeze. Hold on a second. I said that and then I didn't sneeze. So really quick, I might sneeze. So if you see me muted really quick, that's probably why it's like so ready. So we've reached the end of an era. We've reached an end of an era. Why do I say that? Well, we have been, I don't know if you've seen this channel. Let me zoom out a little bit. We have been absolutely grinding. Here's the notebook that used to be full of pages. This here is the very last page. This is the last page that I have. So I don't know. We'll see how many problems we can fit on the page, but then that's it, guys. I'm out of pages. So, I mean, I guess I could also write on the cardboard I have, but you know, it's like chapstick. It's like, how often do you finish a tube of chapstick before losing it? It's like never. But with notebooks on this channel, we go through them, homies. We go through them. So yeah, big F in the chat for the notebook. But don't be confused with F being the answer that some people have chosen for this one. So yeah, big homie. Today's his last day, and then I'm gonna have to go out and get more. Raul is X years old now, and Phil is 8 years older than Raul in 2 years. Phil will be exactly twice as old as Raul is then. How old is Raul now? Okay, so Raul is X, and his good friend Phil is 8 years older, so he is X plus 8. That's it. I'm actually not going to do it like this. I'm going to do it a different way. So we know, let's just say Raul is X as we know. And let's say that Phil is P because that's his name. I don't know why they chose X. So the first equation is Raul's age plus 8 years will equal Phil's age. That's our first sentence in this, right? In 2 years, Phil will be exactly twice as old as Raul. So in 2 years, Raul will be, am I doing this problem the easiest way? I feel like I'm doing this the hard way. No, I'm doing this the right way. So in 2 years, Raul in 2 years, and Phil in 2 years. And Phil will be exactly twice as old as Raul. So for them to be equal, Raul needs to be twice as old. So here are our two equations. That's it. Whenever we see a P, we're going to substitute in an X plus 8. And this is just substitution, because if P equals X plus 8, when I see a P, I can equal it to X plus 8. This is a system of equations. Okay? So let's distribute. Minus X, minus 4, minus 4. x equals 6. Take a second. Am I answering the question? How was Raul now? That's x, so that's correct. All of my math looks good. Going backwards. Man, it's looking beautiful. All right, so that's how this question is solved. That's how this question is solved. So, good job, everybody who got it right. Very difficult, very, very difficult question. These system of equations questions. We're no stranger of doing them on our channel, but if you're new to them, they can be tough. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go. Hey, let's go into some deeper cuts here. Oh, by the way, it used to only go to 100. That's mean. That's mean. What do you guys want to do? Any last tips for reading comp? Don't be afraid to skip a passage and save it for the end. Just be careful when you start to bubble. And make sure you comprehend the passage. Like, don't skim it. Like, back in the day, you used to be able to skim and then go back and find your answer. It's so much harder to do that now. So much harder. All right, a lot of people are saying 91. A lot of people saying 91. So we're going to do it. Let's go. Okay, so we are seeing answers trickle in. I'm seeing a couple A's and a couple C's. I see an E there. I'm seeing a bunch of C's come in now and then some more A's as well. This question you probably aren't prepared for. Chances are you've never done a question like this. This is how the SHSAT used to be. So awesome. Because it puts everybody on the same kind of playing field. A little bit more, because, I mean, what is this question really asking? It's kind of simple, but you have to understand the concept, this concept. That's it. So whenever you see an A to the smaller number k, that means we're going to put a 1 over whatever that smaller number is. So we're just going to be adding fractions. It's like not insane. Oops. So let's add some fractions. That's all we have to do. The first one would be 1 over 1. And is it plus or is it multiply? It is multiplying. Oh, great. So 1 over 1 times 1 over 2. plus 1 over 2 times 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3 times 1 over 4 plus 1 over... I need some more space for this. This is like I'm running into my other problem here. So let me get some little bit more space here. Hold on. Because I want to do this properly. I want to show you guys really what this is. So just pretend that that's a decoration of some sort. Oh my God, I'm like, how long is this problem? Okay, so that's everything. Did I write it down correctly? 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, great. So that's everything, so let's do our pairs here. This is going to be 1 over 2, plus this is going to be 1 over 6, plus 1 over 12, plus 1 over 20, plus 1 over 30. Okay, cool. So I'm going to, these denominators are so great. So I think 60, they all fit in 60. So I'm going to multiply this first one by 30 over 30. So we're going to get 30 over 60. The second one by 10 over 10. So we're going to get 10 over 60. This next one by 5 over 5. So we're going to get 5 over 60. And if you don't believe me, right? And then the next one would be 3 over 3. So we're going to get 3 over 60. And then the last one, we're just going to do times 2 over 2. So it's going to be 2 over 60. So they're all over 60 with addition and subtraction of fractions. We don't touch the denominator. So it's going to have a denominator of 60. What does this all add up to? 30 plus 10 is 40, 45, 48, 50. That's the same thing as saying 5/6. We're done. That's it. This is some 9th grade gourmet. That's funny. This is easy. Good, Pro. That's good to see. That is very good to see. How did you make it all 60? I multiplied the fractions. I mean, I could have written it out, but I multiplied this first one by 30 over 30. That's how I got this one. I multiplied this fraction here by 3 over 3, right? So just, these are all equivalent. 1 over 30 is the same thing as 2 over 60. So that's how this one goes down. That's how this one goes down. Okay, how are you guys feeling about your upcoming SHSAT? That is what I am interested in, how you guys are feeling about your upcoming SHSAT. I don't know if you can hear my dog slopping water in the back, but he's having a good time. So yeah, how is it feeling? You guys feeling stressed out yet, or are you guys feeling good? I'm dying. Feel ready but nervous. I think I'll do poorly. That's a bad attitude. I'm so scared of the ELA section. Do it second. No monkey. We're monkey respecters on this channel. Let's see. I'm in the middle, to be honest. Yeah, that's all right. So guys, just also look at the chat. Look at how many people are going through it. Like, you're not alone. And that means you're not at a disadvantage for being nervous. Everybody is a little bit nervous. So don't be like, I have to go into the test feeling not nervous. Everybody's going in feeling a little bit nervous. You're on the same footing as everybody else. So just learn to cope with the feelings of nerves, because everybody's going to have to cope with it. So you also remember, you're not alone. You're not alone. A lot of people are nervous. 9th grade is much harder. Yeah, that's true. Which part should we do first? Whatever part is your strongest, Jennifer. Will that question come in the 9th grade? Could be. It's fair game. How many times is STI more competitive than Bronx Science? Just a little bit. Stream tomorrow? Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Make a textbook? Maybe I will. I'm like nervous, but excited at the same time. That's the right attitude. That's actually the perfect attitude, Moda. I'm glad you put that. Yeah, that you can be nervous, but also it's an opportunity to be excited about, right? And you guys get to have this opportunity, and that's a fun thing. That's a good thing. So, you know, definitely keep the positive balancing with the negative. That's pretty sage. Thanks, Moda. Kevin Dame, how about emailing your guidance counselor? Yeah, just go into your guidance counselor. Tyler's gonna live forever. Yeah, bro. I'm gonna be the first one they upload. The consciousness. Convert to monkey. Yeah, I wish. That's how I'm gonna live forever. I'm just gonna turn into a monkey. Is Brooklyn Tech good? Yeah. What school can I get into with 54, 57, and a 40? Can I get into STI? I don't know, man. I'd work on these last 3 problems, because whatever 3 problems you get wrong, they count like 15 points each. So you would have to get like 5 questions right in the ELA to get one of these extra math questions right. Even if you only missed the first 3 questions and got the rest perfect, those first 3 questions could potentially be a lot of points, dude. So just be aware. Stream long tomorrow, please. Yeah, I probably will, but is the speech ready? I haven't even thought about it, actually. Oh yeah, I got to use this or else I'm not gonna. What's raw score for Brooklyn Tech? It's impossible. We can only guess, but shoot for perfect, and don't be bummed out if you notice that you're missing a couple. It's not that big of a deal, so keep grinding. Thank you, Tyler Tutor, for all your help. You got it, Vargas. What score should you get for HSME? You should be, I mean, with all of these schools, it's impossible to say you can only miss this and this. Like, I'm just, like for that last one, this guy up here, I'm just kind of ballparking it. Like, well, I mean, that's actually real advice about the 50, getting these last 3 ones, but I am just ballparking it. Everybody is just ballparking it. People who have conversion sheets, that's just their best guess. There is no way to say for sure unless you actually work for the city. So I would just say keep grinding, keep grinding. We should do our first strongest section first. Absolutely do your strongest section first. Guys, remember, this is a specialized high school, not a jack of all trades high school, but a specialized high school. So they want to see you be specialized, whether that's math, whether that's ELA. They want one of those sections to be popping. So do your strong section first when you have the most gas, when you're the most motivated. And if you have to go 5 minutes after halftime, that's fine. Finish your strong section in a strong way. So that's all I got to say about that one. That was a nice jump. Thank you, YouTube. Okay. Can you do a session for 9th grade? I could, but I would just go watch my SAT videos for real. I think the cutoff scores are going to be pretty much the same as this year as they were last year, TBH. Tyler, you gonna make a speech tomorrow? I mean, don't hype it up. I'm gonna tell you guys what I've already told you. There's nothing more to say other than just go in and have a good time. Like just go do your thing. Like that. I mean, really, this is what the speech is gonna be like. Okay. So don't hype it up. It's not gonna be crazy. What time is the speech? I don't know. Probably at the end of the session. Tyler is the best. Thanks, Moda. Appreciate it, bro. What time are you streaming tomorrow? Probably the same time. Nervous? That's cool, man. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Remember to be excited too. You heard it here. Tyler has become monkey. Yes, I am. I will one day. Good luck, y'all. I'm in 7th grade, so I'm lucky. Well, see you later. See you next year, Mac. The tickets are gone. Oh no. If it's at your school, then you're gonna do it. Just make sure you talk to somebody at your school and they're like, yeah, it's all good. Thank you, Tyler Senpai. Big salute to Chunky Chungus. If I don't see Tyler outside my school holding a sign, yeah, I don't know about that. Can you do them 9th grade? 9th grade is tough because it's just basically SAT math at that point. So just study the SAT math. See you, Shiny. How about a 54 out of 57 and a 50 out of 57? I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I will say that. That's a good score. What if you don't understand a question? Just guess and then skip it. If it's one question, just try to eliminate some and then skip it. Stream tomorrow, yeah. Should I do last few problems on the SHSAT first so I can be more focused? What do you mean by like going to question? If you're like going to do the math section first, you go to the end of the math section. I mean, if you want to, it doesn't matter what order you do it in. Wait, can't take scrap paper? I don't think you can actually. Tyler, thank you so much for helping us. You got it, Saucy. Do people get curved higher if they get a harder test? Yes, they do. So if you get a harder test, relax. If you get an easy test, you better check your math, bro. You better check your comprehension for real. What if you don't understand it? Yeah, I already answered that. Guess. Yeah, just guess, dude. If I don't see, am I dreaming? Did the Tyler tutor notice you? I did notice you, Vargas. Which section has more points? They have the same amount. Okay. I think I skipped a bunch of chat. Okay, whatever. They removed the tickets and it's weird. Check with your school tomorrow. Just check in. It's probably just a problem. Like, guys, people aren't always like on top of it. Like they probably messed up. It's like not on you. So I'm so scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Have fun. I mean, it's okay to feel scared. It's not like that feeling is going to go away. Like, that's the definition of bravery, right? Doing something even though you are scared. Do you think SI Tech is a good school? Yeah, I do. Thank you for the stream. You got it, Annika. Tyler, do you? How many questions in ELA should I get right to get? I don't know. Just go for perfect. They give you scrap, okay. How should I pace myself? Take a practice test and see how it goes. Thank you, Tyler, so much. You got it, Zeb. How do I know if I get an easier test or a harder one? You'll get a feeling. Is it 10 questions are not graded? They said this year that they won't tell us how many are not going to be graded, AKA they can decide to just eliminate as many questions as they want. So it is, I will say it is a little suspect. It's a little suspect, but what are you going to do, huh? Tyler, how about the only speech tomorrow because studying for the test isn't good? Yeah, well, we'll probably do a little bit of studying just to kind of shake the nerves off or whatever. Maybe do a section from each. Tyler, thank you for all the help over the past few weeks. You really helped me a lot. You got it, bro. I got you, Landon. What should you do if you're not going to finish? Then you need to get as many questions right as possible and do your strong section first. Guys, this year is weird. So obviously there'll be problems. Yeah, very true. Very true. Okay, I'm finally at the bottom. Stare out the window. Not gonna lie, it helps a lot. Yeah, it actually does. I'll probably be doing math tomorrow. I don't know how to say your name. They expect you to have a printer? Yeah, that's pretty cringe. Printers are cringe. Is there a specific website where I can take a practice test? Not really, but I guess I should. I guess I should do this just for old time's sake. Guys, if you are looking for more content, there is more content. That is my website. Go ahead and check it out. Everything is free. I haven't been there in a minute, so something may be broken. I'm not gonna say what, but things may have been broken, but that is my website. Everything's free. Go ahead, study to your heart's content. There's a math overview of all the topics in math. There are some ELA examples you can do. There are a couple games or whatever you can play. Tyler, I hope your prayers are answered and everyone gets into their dream school. Good luck, everybody. See you, Tyler, and thanks for everything. You got a brain mender. Don't forget to breathe. Yes, so true, Colin. So true. All right, what do you think I should get? Just go for perfect. After SHSAT, can we learn some history or stuff like that? Yeah, I think I am going to do history. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be a little bit more low key than this, a little bit more just chill. But if you are interested, we are going to be continuing to stream. I'm going to explain things to you. Tyler, we're going to have a stream the day of. Yeah, I might do a Wednesday stream. That might be nice. I mean, who knows? Like, could be kind of chill. Let's see. Should we attack the questions or a passage? I'm a big fan of going to the passage. Absolutely going to the passage and doing that. Because if you're trying to remember all these questions, you're not going to be focusing on comprehension. And these, if it was 2011 SHSAT, like the one we just did, I would say go ahead, read those questions first, bro, because you can find your answers so easily. But now they're like stories, and you have to like focus on the story, and they're a little bit more dense. The reading is much harder. I will say that. What do you think about taking the test on the 10th? I think we chill. Hi, Tyler, you helped me a lot. Well, awesome. Thanks, Ronald. I appreciate that. Tyler, is your channel going to be turned into a podcast? I don't know. Stream more? I probably will. We'll be talking about history. I'll be explaining to you guys how the world works, how the world became what it is today. Most people don't realize it's like a simple story, but everybody does it wrong. So I'm going to be doing some stuff for history. So come back to the channel for sure if you're interested in that. It will be way more low key. I think we hit like, I don't know how many subscribers or how many viewers. Oh, by the way, I didn't even shill my own page. Guys, like the video. Ding. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I definitely appreciate all of that engagement. And you can always unsubscribe after the test, but you'll see when we are going live tomorrow. So super appreciate that, liking the video. You know how it is. Thank you so much, man. You made a massive difference in the test. That one guy, you got it, brother. Tyler, I wasn't in New York for high school. There might be more people infected these. Yeah, but it'll be all right. Also, you haven't gained 160 subs in 3 days. Yeah, we're doing good, but it'll drop off after the test. What should I do the day before the test? Watch the stream, bro. How about that? But then also, just kick it. Give your brain a rest. Get some sleep, dude. Sleep, people don't realize, but sleep is OP. I never unsub. Rachel Chang, you're a true OG. When are you going to do more streams? That's the thing. I don't know if it's like, I know some people are going to be taking the test a little bit later. I generally don't like to continue streaming just because it's like everybody gets the same amount of streams before the test, just out of like raw fairness. But I don't know. Maybe I will. Just earned a new sub. Thanks, Anon. Sleep is overrated. Clearly, bro, I'm telling you, it's OP. You got to do it. SHSAT has been a journey. Yeah, it has, man. It absolutely has. Any tips for eliminating silly mistakes? I would stop calling them silly mistakes and start calling them serious mistakes, because they're serious. They cause you to get an entire question wrong that you should have got right. So start thinking them as very serious problems. They're not silly, and they're very serious. So change your mind frame to that. And when you're checking over your work, check for those silly things, right? Check for those very serious things. I meant to say. Tyler, actually though, do you think I should eat before the test or just a snack? I'm a big fan of just a snack. You got to be hungry like a wolf. Tyler, do what you want. We'll always support you. Thanks, Irfan. I appreciate that. How do I grade my practice tests? It's tough. Get a conversion sheet. Tyler, I got the test on the 30th. But I know I won't really do good because of my attention. Well, with that attitude, bro, you just got, it's willpower, bro. Honestly, willpower. And if you got to take like a couple seconds just to take a breath, just do it, dude. I usually get perfect math, but should I do ELA first, the math, because I get bored of reading comp? No, do your math first. Just secure the bag, bro. Secure that perfect. If you can go for it, do it. I sleep at 9:45, then wake up at 6. That's pretty good, actually. That's really good. Shiz, check. Even if it caused me to go a bit slower, that's so true. Watch. May you do more hard questions. I just came in and the test for me is in 2 days. I would just rewind the vid. Does eating chocolate actually help with math? I mean, if you think it does. Why do people get the test later than us? It gives them an advantage. It does. It absolutely does. I don't know why. It's probably a pretty serious reason. Exercise the night before, going to improve the oxygen flow in the sleep. Very true, Con. Very true. Is the SHSAT easier than the practice test? No. Tyler, I beat your speed run. Highly doubt. Tyler, you should put your dog chewed pen in the museum. Yeah. It's unfair because they just signed up. I don't know why. My school, all right, I got to the bottom. My school doesn't even teach half the stuff in the test, and I didn't even have a tutor. Is there anything I had to do in the next 5 to 6 days? Poop right, you are in the right place. watch my channel, dude. Go to my website, tylertutor.com, study through the math section, do the ELA passages. You know what I'm saying? You can do it, bro. You can do it. Just put the attitude forward. All right. Okay, guys, we did it. It's time to go. Really appreciate everybody who stopped by to study today. We love all of the viewers of the channel. We are going to be back tomorrow to continue studying. So definitely check us back out pretty much the same time tomorrow, and we will be doing our thing. Guys, stay relaxed. Oh yeah, big shout out to Moda for the super chat. We love our super chatters, so thank you, Moda. I appreciate the support. I really do. That's our biggest super chat by far, so definitely setting the standard there. All right, guys, I am out of here. See you tomorrow.